I always swore I'd get back at him. This seems a very good time.
I'm sorry. If I'd known you were a virgin, I wouldn't have done that.
If I'd known you were going to do that, I'd have taken my tights off first.
Well, if you didn't mind that, how about this?
If you were a gentleman, you wouldn't do that to me.
If you were a lady, you wouldn't try and talk with your mouth full.
Really? I used to be a student, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I complained that the grant was too low, and that I'd be better off on the dole, I was told that if the grant was higher than the dole, I'd have nothing to look forward to when I graduated.
When I was a student, we had some very strict teetotal Christians at college. I went to one of their meetings once. Offered this guy a drink by mistake.
What did he say?
He said I'd rather commit adultery than drink.
So what did you say?
I said I didn't realise we got a choice.
Oh, talking of God as we were, do you know what Noah did with all the shit from the ark?
No idea.
Well, he shoveled it all over the side, and there it lay until Columbus rediscovered it.
I heard a good sea story once. Apparently a lawyer fell overboard, and the people on the ship were really worried about sharks eating him. Anyway, when they finally rescued the lawyer, they asked him why he hadn't been attacked by the sharks.
And what did he say?
He said it was just professional courtesy.
Darling, what would you do if you found me with another man?
Well, I suppose I'd shoot his guide dog.
Would you? How sweet. Do you like the 69 position?
Well, yes, but I've always thought it's a bit like the KGB.
Oh, why's that?
Well, one slip of the tongue and you're really in the shit.
Darling, you know what you were saying earlier about lawyers?
Yes, darling? Why?
Well, I once had a friend who was a lawyer. I visited him in hospital while he was critically ill. He was reading the Bible.
Why? Was he getting religious?
That's what I asked him. But he said he was just looking for loopholes.
That reminds me, once, when I was a child, I asked my mother why Granny was reading the Bible so much. Mother said she was cramming for her finals.
Really? Did I tell you about the time somebody broke into my boss's office? They stole all his books.
I bet he was annoyed.
I'll say he hadn't finished colouring them.
Incidentally, did you know that during the Napoleonic Wars, British officers wore red so their troops wouldn't know if they'd been wounded?
Ah, that must be why the Americans wear khaki. Did you hear about the 3 Irishmen who drowned trying to push start a submarine?
Ha! I thought you were going to say they drowned trying to dig a hole so they could bury someone at sea.
Well, darling, you know what they say.
And what do they say?
Old professors never die. They merely lose their faculties.
Yes, she was only the fishmonger's daughter, but she lay on the slab and said, "Fill it."
And she was only the cricketer's daughter, but she could still take a firm toss in her crease.
And she was only the admiral's daughter, but all around her naval base was discharged seamen.
You know, darling, next election we're going to make sure our local MP works.
And how are you going to do that?
We're not going to re-elect him.
That reminds me, did you hear about the donkey who went to bed with a zebra?
No.
He said it was a disaster. He couldn't get her pyjamas off.
Well, jolly good job the zebra wasn't playing Swedish roulette.
Swedish roulette?
Yes, 12 birth control pills and a Smartie. Oh dear, it's the telephone. How tiresome, I better get it. Hello? Oh, hello, dear. Oh, that's okay. Yes, okay. See you later.
Who was that?
Oh, only my boyfriend. He just phoned to say he's gone to play cards at your house with you and some friends.
Oh, he's seeing his other girlfriend tonight then.
So it would seem, yes.
Do you know, darling, what the nastiest thing you can ever do to a blind person is?
No, what?
Creep up behind them at a Pelican Crossing and go, beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I love it when you talk cruel.
You think that's cruel? Hey, I'm buying my other girlfriend a Jaguar for Christmas.
What's cruel about that?
I'm not going to feed it for 3 weeks beforehand.
Oh, darling, that's almost as nasty as trying to cross the M1 on a llama. Do you know what you get if you try and cross the M1 on a llama?
What?
Killed.
Huh, I hear that Jeff Boycott wanted to be buried at York Minster. He wrote them to find out how much it would cost. £1,000, they said, but he didn't think it'd be worth bothering for only 3 days.
Huh, that's nothing. I was watching a natural history film the other day. Do you know why storks stand on one leg?
No.
Well, he lifted up both, they'd fall over.
Ah, you may say that, my darling. But do you know why the police are so keen on people wearing seat belts?
Why?
So you don't fall out of your car when they shoot you.
Okay, clever clogs. How do you know if a sheep is a virgin?
If it can outrun a shepherd, it's a virgin. And, talking of virgins, if I'd known you were a virgin, darling, I wouldn't have done that.